Hi, Year 10. I just want to make sure that you're getting the most out of Microsoft Teams. So I'm just going to talk you through something very quickly today to ensure that you know how to access Microsoft Teams and to ensure that you actually know the best and most effective way to submit your work and work online through Microsoft Teams. So the first thing you need to do is to access your Microsoft Teams account, which you would do in exactly the same way that you access your emails. So pick your internet browser and then look for Office 365. You select and log in through. I'm going to use a fake student account today. And I'll just remind you that your account should be W, the year that you were in Year 7, which for current Year 10s is 2015. T account, so first initial and surname. This person's called test account. If it was me, it would be O'Brien at ren.excalibur.org.uk. Just be careful on the spelling of Excalibur. You then need your password. If you don't know this, you will need to contact school, either by telephone, to the admin team, potentially to the computing department, but you'll need to access your password. Hopefully you know that. And it will take you to this base screen. This base screen is obviously, as you know, where you access your emails, but we're looking at Microsoft Teams today. So you would select that here. And it will always give you the option to get the app, which you don't have to do because you can use the web instead, unless you wish to download the app. You then come through to your screen. Now your screen will look a lot busier because I'm obviously using a test account and I've had to add this student to my PE class. This will be where you'll see all your teams. So you'll see each of your classes in different tiles. If this is a tile, you should have your English class, your maths class, your science class, etc. You then can go to the assignments tab where all of your assignments will potentially be listed once this has been activated, but it hasn't on this test account. You also have activity, which is where you can see if things have been set. This is quite a nice feature because rather than having to go through each of your individual teams on this panel here, you could just go through activity and everything that's been set you could look at. I'm going to go through my team, okay, and I'll click on the team that I wish to be in. You've got a couple of functions here. Posts, you can post in the wall here, so you might type in this box. It's a bit like WhatsApp. It gets immediate responses. Be aware that everyone in the class can see it. Be aware that it's recorded. We keep a log of these. So you need to observe the correct expectations on IT and how we expect you to behave in your language, etc. on IT equipment in school. But you in here can fire quick questions like, Miss, I don't understand the question on slide 3. Can anyone help me with my definition for X? And you could just help one another out here, or the teacher will respond more quickly. The other probably most important tab to you is assignments. In assignments, all of your work that's been set will be listed and you click on it to see it. So this student's had a key terms task set. And you'll see that you've got the instructions. The bit that I want to share with you today is your awareness of actually being able to work online. So you click on key terms task here, the work will come up. And obviously, this is the task that I've set for this fake student. You can actually edit the document live. So if you click here, edit document, edit in a desktop app or edit online, you can just click this top one, edit here. And you could begin to write in these boxes, okay? So we might have that this is a heightened state of emotions, or, you know, something along these lines, nothing major that we need to fill in. And then up here, when it says saved, your work has been saved, a bit like Google Docs. And you could just then close that, okay? Or if you think you've done a good job and you're finished, once you've closed, because I saved that, I can turn it in. And what will then happen is my teacher will be able to see that work live. So I'm just going to turn this work in. And that tells me that I've done it. If you've realized that you've made a mistake, you can undo the turn in by clicking again, and you can re-edit the work. I want to now just show you what that would then look like for the teacher. So you've turned that in to, let's say myself, Mrs. O'Brien. Mrs. O'Brien can then go on to her Teams and see I'm now on as my own personal account. I can go into 11N. I can go to assignments, and I can see that my student has turned this work in. So I can click on, and I can go and look at this work. Now, because my student has turned it in online, look, there's what you saw me type, I can actually see that their work. They don't have to email it. They don't have to upload and download. This is a lot easier for you. And I can enter feedback. So I can say, test, excellent definition, etc. And I can give some feedback, and then I can return. I'll return that. If I just close that down now and pop back to my test account student again. All right, activity, Mrs. returned your work. You'll be able to see that there. I can go in and re-edit it if I wish to. Or more importantly, because Mrs. returned my work, it will come up in this activity. I can read her feedback here. Notice the feedback is here. And this makes it a lot easier for you and your teacher to share work. You don't need to be using emails for upload and download, and you don't need to be downloading a document, working on a document, uploading it to email. So this is one way to support you with your use of Microsoft Teams. If you're happy with how you're doing it at the moment and it's working for you, then excellent. But if not, maybe explore using this a bit more effectively.